My mom was born on Thursday Island, so there's 6 kids in her family. They were all born there, and then when she was about 7, so it was like 1963 or something, they just wanted to get away. You know, my grandparents wanted, you know, better opportunity for the kids for education, and then also job-wise, you know, for my grandparents. So they moved away in '63, I think to Cairns. And then they moved to Darwin a few years after that, and they've been there ever since. My mom, when she married my dad, they moved back to the States because my dad's American. They had their first kid, and then on their way over, he was about 7 or 8 months old, and they wanted to bring him over to show him off to the family. And he actually passed away on the plane ride of SIDS. So that obviously threw my parents for a loop, and they ended up staying here in Australia. My mom wanted to stay until she had another kid. They went back and forth a couple times. So 2 of my brothers were born here in Australia, but I was born in the States. I have only been here twice before now, but I loved it. I had only been to Darwin, so I thought Darwin was beautiful, and I loved it. You know, my grandma lives not far from the beach, but then when I tell other people that are actually Australians, they're like, oh, who wants to go to Darwin, you know, that type of thing. Now I understand why they say that, you know, being in Sydney and being here. But I love every part of Australia that I've seen. I was drafted to Phoenix. I was there for the WNBA. I was there about 10 days or so, and we had a scrimmage out in New York. They liked me over there, and you know, in Phoenix they said, you know, we don't know if we're going to keep you or not. They really want you, so I think it's a better deal for you to go there. So I was traded to New York. I've been there ever since. My agent just called me this summer and said, hey, you know, there's a team interested in you. Would you like to go, you know, and apply for your citizenship and do all that? And I, you know, right away I was, you know, I didn't even have to think about it. I said, of course. You know, my mom always wanted me to come play here. I'm getting, you know, later in my career, and I just want to enjoy it, not only basketball, but also the lifestyle and all of that. So, you know, without hesitation, I told them I would love to, and just got things going from there. I've only been here a little over a week, but I've already, you know, texted my family and friends that I'm in love with this city. I love it here, so it's exciting. I think being a point guard, you know, that's always a part of your job, is to make sure everyone's on the same page and just, you know, give tips if I see things.
Right there we can chat it because she's so far on the sideline.
I actually know Jenna from the past. My first year overseas, I believe it was her first year too. We both played together, so we have that relationship, you know, and then we're roommates on the road. So she's done a great job of, you know, making sure I'm settled in and everything's all right, or recommending places to go.
When I first met her, when we were playing over in France together, she was this little pocket rocket, always with a smile on her face, really smart point guard, just always gets the ball into the correct people's hands, and I noticed that from the outset 4 years ago back in France, and she's come along even further now playing with her again, and it's such a pleasure to be on court with her, and that's one of the big reasons why Dandenong have started off so well, having a point guard whose first, second, third, even fourth option is to pass.
I think the basketball is really good. Our practices here are intense. You know, we work on the basic fundamental and like the team chemistry and all that, and I think some of my teams in Europe, we miss that part of basketball. So I really like that about it here. Probably better shooters here overall, you know, from top to bottom of the roster, whereas in the WNBA, it's a lot more explosive, a lot more driving, you know, a lot more physical, and then the players are a lot bigger. Hopefully we can win it all. I think it's an attainable goal. You know, we have a good coach, we have great players. I think the best thing about our team is that we have multiple players who can score, and then we also have great role players that come in off the bench and do a good job rebounding or playing defense. You know, we have a great team, and I'm really excited about. After our first game, I told Coach, I was like, Coach, we have a really good team. I think, you know, we have a really good chance to do this. And he said, I agree. And actually, in our first shoot-around, he said, you know, someone told me, if I want to be a good coach, get good players. But if I want to be a great coach, get great players. And I think that we have that this year.